Welcome to JCPod. I'm your host, Jay and Chandler Parnell, and hey man, we got some NFL football on today. Technically tomorrow. Before I get into it real quick, recording slightly early, probably like 12 hours early, doing it on a Wednesday night instead of Thursday morning. Got some stuff to do running around the morning, so might miss some NFL news. Not 100% sure. Hopefully I won't miss anything too crazy, but if you're wondering why I don't cover something huge, probably why. Before I get into it, also, yet again, want to shout out Stare Down Sports, our company. You can staredownsports.com. Like I said, I mentioned it at the end of my episode last week. Me and my boy, Rowan Donahue, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, a.k.a. Captain by a Hook, started a sports company together called Stare Down Sports. We're going to have content from here and there. They're going to mix together. We'll love and appreciate the support. It's just going to be another site where you can just get more content from us. But yeah, basically going in today, we got the NFC West breakdown. I will go over some NFL news real quick because there was some, nothing like too major, but there were some rumblings going around that I am very excited to talk about. Some of them are not. They're the one I'm probably. There's one that's a little bit dicey. That's not going to be the most fun. But hey, man, like we do, we just hop right into it. So we're going to begin with Kareem Hunt. So Kareem Hunt's visit with the Saints was basically, from what it sounds like, on the plane. Turned back around before he basically landed. I don't know if he got there or not for sure. This is where I'm fogging the story. So Kareem Hunt was supposed to go visit with the Saints. Colts offered him more money before he landed, I guess. So I'm not 100% sure if he visited the Saints for sure or not. That's the only part I'm a little lost on. But regardless, would love him on the Colts, especially with everything going on with Jonathan Taylor, especially if Jonathan Taylor, we can't get him back. Would love that ad. Would even love Dalvin Cook on my Colts. But that's what's something interesting. We're going to see where Kareem Hunt signs because he's still a free agent. Henry Ruggs is sentenced to 3 to 10 years for that speeding incident that he had. I think I came out on my show just a few days ago and talked about how he would love another chance in the NFL if he got it, but doesn't seem like that's going to happen. I hate to say it. He said I have no excuses. Just move on from this because, yeah, very terrible situation, honestly. That's just very, very... Just an awful situation, man. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to really word it. It's just really bad. So Kareem Hunt left Indianapolis without a deal. This is from... I think a person inside the Colts. But while an offer was made by the Colts, the free agent running back, the two sides were unable to reach an agreement. That kind of... one of those teams was... So he had a great visit with New Orleans on Tuesday, so we're going to see what happens with that. But man, that stinks. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Colts. We'll see if he signs. Maybe that might be... There might be a sign for maybe JT's coming back and doing better, and they couldn't promise him a lot of carries. That's what I wonder. I wonder if it's a carries thing or a money thing, because it's one of the two, but I'm not sure which. And if it's a carries thing, that'd be awesome for the JT news. If it's a money thing, kind of scares me. Sounds like Marlon Mack, the ex-Colt. So Marlon Mack, he's out for the season. He suffered a left Achilles tendon injury just days after he joins the Cardinals. Man, that's just... The Cardinals just can't... Just more and more stuff about... Just terrible, man. This is just some terrible news for the Cardinals. Or not for the Cardinals. They're already dealing with some BS. They can't even have some back depth now. Just hopefully... It's going to be a long recovery for him. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Hopefully it goes well. That just... Honestly, that truly sucks. The Vikings owner's non-committal... The Vikings owner's non-committed, to signing Cousins... After, I don't know why you come out and say this right now. He's probably not coming back next year. I mean, it would make a lot of sense. He's been there forever unless they end up winning the Super Bowl, which I don't think they really will. So assuming I don't know, I just don't think he's going to come back regardless of how good his playoff success is. I mean, if he wins, maybe, if he gets into the NFC Championship game, maybe they think about keeping him, but he's been there for a while now. Cousins has, and I feel like they're starting to get to the point. They already moved on from Dalvin Cook. It's just a matter of time before they move on from another piece. And it's just probably going to be one of those situations where, I mean, he's had a good career there. I can't take anything away from him. It's just, he hasn't been to a Super Bowl. And at a certain point, when you hit your head against the wall too many times, you just got to either get out of the wall's way or something's going to cave. Commanders Chase Young, that is, he feels a lot more explosive after, basically it's been 2 years since his ACL injury, and he's finally, I think, getting it back. So it must have been it's one of those things where it seems to be going with the ACL injuries. As of late, I don't know if it's his Achilles too, but for sure the ACLs, where it's like the first year they come back, not the best. It's not bad, but it's not the best. And the second year when they fully get the second year is when you finally see the step up and they get a lot healthier. It seems like that's what's going to be happening with Chase Young, which is truly awesome because, man, he was a special dude when he came in. Insane physique, the jacked dude, played really well. He's a really good defensive lineman, so it's just going to be interesting to see if he can get his career back on track now after the injury. The Patriots signed Trey Flowers. He was on the last 2 Super Bowl teams. It's just awesome to get another familiar face back in the building. And that's basically about it when it comes to news for the week. Like I said, not a very big news week as we're getting closer to the NFL. We're getting there. First episode of Hard Knocks was last night. Man, do they make you want to bet on the Jets. I don't think you can do it, though. I'm very nervous about the Jets, what they're going to do. All the hype around them. It's making me nervous to take them, but, man, why not get hyped about them, right? But no, so now we'll break down the NFC West. Honestly, this division will probably go pretty quick. I really only have 2 heavy hitters. There's 2 teams I'm not going to be touched. I mean, they'll be, like, I'm not going to say easy to break down, but I'm just not going to be able to talk about them too much, man. They're not the best. So we'll start with the Arizona Cardinals, who abysmal year last year. Kyler Murray's still injured. They're working on coming back from that. Depth chart-wise, I don't know who's going to start at quarterback with him hurt. They have Clayton Tune, David Blau, and Colt McCoy. It's probably going to be Colt McCoy if I had to guess. Running back-wise, James Conner, Corey Clement, Keontae Ingram. Wide receiver-wise, Marquise Brown, Rondale Moore, Greg Dortch, Zach Pascal, Trey McBride, Davian Collins defensively on the line with Rashard Lawrence. Linebacker-wise, Kaiser White, Buda Baker, the back end with Marco Wilson, Jalen Thompson. this is I won't lie to you. I'd be lying to you if I said this is a team that has a chance to win the division or do something special. This is a team, I can tell you right now, 4th in division. They're looking to get the number 1 pick next year. Rumors are they're going to get Caleb Williams if they do. Yeah, this is a team that's not going to do very well at all. The one thing I did forget to look up is the win total, so I'm going to do that real quick while I'm BSing about them. But, they are not. This is going to be a rough year for the Cardinals. I don't even think I need to do I even need to read their schedule out? I don't think they're going to win a lot of games. You know what? We'll just read it out just to be respectful. Like I said, I don't think the Cardinals are going to have that good of a year this year. They start week 1. They play no primetime games, by the way. Week 14 bye. It's Washington, the Giants, Dallas, San Francisco, Cincinnati, the Rams, Seahawks, Ravens, Browns, Falcons, Texans, Rams, Steelers, bye, 49ers, Cowboys, Bears, Chicago Bears, Philadelphia Eagles, and Seattle to end the year. They're going to stink, man. It's just there's nothing to do without it. Don't know when Kyler's going to come back. They have a few promising pieces on this team that might be able to do a little bit. I just don't think it's going to be anything much special. By the way, I'm still trying to find the win totals. You got to do everything to get over there. I can bet on record breakers, season leaders, season awards, but man, just put the win totals first, man. Come on. Cardinals regular season win total is 4.5, minus 102. Under is minus 120. I'm probably going to take the under. They're probably going to win exactly 4 games. Live breaking news, free agent Shelby Harris is signing with the Browns. Harris was with the Seahawks last season, and he was included with the Russell Wilson trade. So he went to the Seahawks from the Broncos, and now he's going to be a Brown, which makes sense because I think of they got rid of a guy that they really could have used. I forget what his name is, but I said it, I think, like 2 weeks ago. There's a guy they got rid of for doing some dumb shit, honestly. That's the best way to put it. He did some real dumb shit, and now, they got a new DT. But yeah, some stuff I like about the Rams. Rams to win the division are plus 1,000. Not very good. Not very good. Something, if he can stay healthy, Aaron Donald will get 10 sacks is minus 105. That feels like it should be almost automatic for him, for especially how good he is. Even if he gets double teams and everything, that almost feels automatic. Something else I really do like, Cooper Kupp to have 10 receiving touchdowns plus 115. That's the Rams. We'll get back to that. Oopsies. Like I said, Cardinals are plus 2,700 to win the division, not 1,000. That was the Rams. Cardinals, plus 2,700 to win the division. I like Marquise. I don't know if I like this. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown to get 10 receiving touchdowns plus 900. Scared of it a lot. If Kyler gets back, he should easily have 10. He's going to be the leader in the wide receiver room. I mean, it's just going to be, can this offense score often? It's how often. I'm scared of how often they're going to score. That's really the main reason. He's assuming they can be somewhat of a content offense. He should get 10, but their win total is 4. I like James Conner to get 10 rushing touchdowns. It's plus 360. I definitely like that one a lot more. That's probably my favorite bet for the Cardinals. James Conner to have 10 rushing touchdowns. He's basically going to be their whole offense for a while, and it'll probably end up being a lot of their offense this season, especially with the turnover we're basically about to have. New coach Rich Gannon for the Cardinals. And for Shelby Harris's deal, by the way, max value of $5.5 million. I'm assuming it's like a 1-2 year deal. The Colts are signing. Live also as well. That's by the way, that's recommending the Cardinals. So the Colts are getting Jason Huntley and they're getting Ricky Seals-Jones as a tight end. I don't know why we need another tight end. The Colts have 5 bajillion tight ends. They don't even play the ones they have now, like Jelani Woods. That's frustrating. But no, basically, yeah, for the Cardinals, it's plus 2,700 to win the division. Don't think it's going to happen. They're in for a rough year. But yeah, that's probably where I ended with them. Now I'm going to go to the team that I just started reading you out some stuff early on. The Rams. The Los Angeles Rams, another team that just injury galore killed them last year. Man, if they can be healthy, this is a terrible team. Matthew Stafford's their starting quarterback, Stetson Bennett, Brett Rippon, the backups. Cam Akers, Kyron Williams are the running backs. Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, Ben Skoranek, Tutu Atwell, DeMarcus Robinson. Cooper Kupp has a hammy issue, but if he gets that hammy fixed, targets galore, yards galore. He's going to get a lot of targets, a lot of balls. Defensively, Bobby Brown III, Aaron Donald. Christian Roseboom. I just wanted to read that name. That was awesome. Robert Racho. Jordan Fuller. They just signed John Johnson back. I mean, I won't lie. Their defense is basically the best way to sum up the Rams is Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, Tyler Higbee, who I didn't read a tight end. My fault, Tyler. Cam Akers, and then a bunch of 20-year-olds. This is a team where it's like they're definitely reeling a little bit from the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl, though, so at the end of the day, the trade was worth it. But this is definitely a team that's reeling a little bit from the trades and just all that stuff. They're in the Super Bowl, selling a lot of their soul for it. They're definitely reeling a little bit. They have a bunch of young guys. This is a team where next year they might have the potential if they can bring a lot of these guys, keep a lot of people healthy. This is a very good team that next year could maybe do some damage. This year, we'll see. I mean, I think this is a team that, win total-wise, before I read their schedule, I'll give you the win total. Rams, there's 6.5 over under 6.5. 6.5 is plus 110. That's tempting a little bit. They play Seattle, San Fran, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Philadelphia, Arizona, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Green Bay, Week 10 bye, Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, Baltimore, Washington, New Orleans, New York Giants, and 49ers. So they have a chance. It's just like this team's really a wild card because of all the young guys they have. The young guys can play decent. 6.5 wins is no problem at all. Shouldn't be an issue. If Matt Stafford can stay healthy as well, they get Cooper Kupp back. That'll be really helpful for them as well. Assuming Kupp stays healthy and can get back, like I said earlier, to him to have 10 receiving touchdowns plus 115. Really do like that. With him hurt right now, that makes me a little bit nervous, so I'm going to wait a week or two to see if I officially take that. For Aaron Donald to have 10 sacks, like I said, minus 105, that's something I probably will end up taking. That might be like a safe, what do you call it? Like a safe little future where I take it and be like, hey, let's just get a win on the board maybe, because Aaron Donald should be able to get 10 sacks. But I'm a little nervous about it just because, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you why. I think it's just maybe the Rams as a whole, but I'm a little nervous. Cam Akers have 10 rushing touchdowns, plus 460. That's another one I'm not the most confident in. They could switch running backs halfway through the season, but after Sony Michel retired for the Rams, I kind of opened my eyes like, okay, maybe, just maybe, because like I said, I don't think they're depth chart-wise. Kyron Williams, maybe. Zach Evans and Royce Freeman are the other two backs. Cam Akers going to get the opportunity to get chances. Can he capitalize? That's going to be the name of the game and the question. I think he potentially could, and at plus 460, that might be worth a little sprinkle dabble into it. Might just have to add a little pinch of something onto it, because that might not be too terrible. But yeah, those are two teams I'm not the most confident in either way, regardless. But these next two teams I'm about to talk about, a lot more confident with them than I am the other two. So yeah, I have the Rams finishing third, Cardinals finishing 4th. The team I finishing 2nd, plus 3,500 to win the Super Bowl, plus 200 in their division. Seattle Seahawks, baby. They are coming off an amazing year with Geno last year. Shocked everybody. I want to say they made the playoffs, but they got beat up bad the first round. They either just made the playoffs or they just missed it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, this sucks. I feel like they... Did they make the playoffs? Yeah, they did. They lost to the 49ers. That's why I couldn't remember it. They basically, I think, just got waxed. And, I mean, it makes sense because basically them going in the wild card was basically about the most their season could go. But they had a really good season last year, led by Geno Smith, who had a really awesome season last year. Cannot be overstated. Really awesome season. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are their running backs. DJ Giles and Kenny McIntosh. I got to name all 4 because they're getting hurt. All of them are getting hurt somehow a little bit here and there. A little banged up. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, the first-round pick, Jackson Smith, and Njoba are their wide receivers that you're probably going to see a lot of. Tight end, Noah Fant, Will Disley, Colby Parkinson. This team has a fullback, Nick Ballore. Shout out the fullbacks. Been a minute since I read one. Draymond Jones defensively, Byron Moan, Jaron Reed, Jordan Brooks, Bobby Wagner. Man, that was weird how he just left for a year, huh? Man, that's so weird. Uchenna Nwosu, Devin Witherspoon, Jamal Adams, Condre Digg, and Tariq Woolen, who is really good. He's a really good young corner. Like I said, that's their depth chart. It's a little too deep. Schedule-wise, for Seahawks, Rams week 1, then Lions, Panthers, Giants. Week 5 bye. That blows. That's a terrible draw of a bye. Week 6, we got the Bengals, 7, Cardinals, 8, Browns, Ravens, Commanders, Rams, 49ers, Dallas, 49ers, Eagles, Titans, Pittsburgh, Arizona. The Week 5 bye is one of those issues I'm going to see with this team. It just sucks to have their bye so damn early. I mean, I'm sure they would have loved to have it. Like most teams have it a little bit later, but yeah, that really truly sucks. They have a really early bye. That's just for player rest-wise. Like it's gonna be a grind from them for Week 6 on. They're gonna have a long road. But yeah, so then to sweep the Rams is minus 115. I don't know if I'm going to take that or not. I just wanted to share it because this is one of the few ones where I could actually maybe potentially see them sweeping a division foe. For them to score 1 touchdown every game, it's plus 150. That is a kind of semi-lean of mine. I think the Seahawks should be able to score at least once every game. The games they don't are probably going to be their close division games where it's like, we'll make you sweat it out a little bit. But that's one. I mean, only plus 150. That's, like I said, really not bad odds at all. But for only plus 150 for a future, I might not officially take it. Something I really do like. DK Metcalf, 10 receiving touchdowns, plus 300. He was really close last year. Had a lot of, led the, I think, league in red zone targets with like 24. I want to say off the top of my head. Could be totally wrong. I know it's in the 20s. Just don't know what 20 number exactly. But he got a lot of red zone targets. He had a few issues last year. Some drops, some missed, like some were just missing him, all that. I think he takes a step up this year and he'll be able to catch a few extras. So 10. That I think will be definitely doable, especially, like I said, when they get in the red zone. He's the red zone target on that team. If you think this team can win the NFC, it's plus 500. So I wouldn't blame anybody for taking it all, but I don't know. I have this team in a close second, though, behind the number 1 team, which I will talk about in a second. Yeah, I think that's about it, what I have for the Seahawks. I think Geno Smith have like 30 pass touchdowns is like plus 2 something. I don't know if he's going to have as good of a season as he did last year. I think he can have another good season, but can he do what he did last year? We'll have to see. I mean, I just don't know. Football's such a weird sport. Like, that could have just been a lightning in a bottle season for Geno, but I don't think so. I think he'll play a little bit better. It will be a little bit better than last year. I don't know. I just think he's going to play a little better, just to maybe, like, you know, maybe he completes, like, he'll improve something this season. Will it be drastic, and will it be enough to take them over the edge? I have no clue, but I'm excited to watch the Seahawks team this year. Deep team, and I'm gonna love to watch the battle between them and the team I have number 1, the 49ers. Minus 165 to win the division, plus 1,000 to win the Super Bowl. This is a good team. Purdy's been throwing, I think, 2 of every 3 days or every 2 or 3 days, something like that. But it's Brock Purdy. They have Trey Lance at the second, but it's probably going to be Sam Darnold as the backup. It's all the noise. So Trey Lance will be 3rd string. Running back-wise, Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, Tyrion Davis-Price might be a guy that you might hear coming up. He might be a guy that you hear later on in the season that ends up getting a few carries here and there. Wide receiver-wise, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, George Kittle at tight end, Ray McLeod at Ronnie Bell, That's about, they got Willie Snead way down there, but that's about it. Receiver-wise, shout out Kyle Juszczyk. This team loves using their fullback. Defensive-wise, Drake Jackson, Javon Hargrave, Arik Armstead, Nick Bosa, who's out right now, disputing a contract, but he's probably going to come back. They aren't worried about that. Fred Warner, one of the best, if not the best linebacker in football. Troy Polamalu Jr., Talanu Hufanga, the first name got me good. I won't lie. The Hufanga I got. That first name, Talana, we aren't butchering it. Hufanga. And then we got Deshaun Gibson Jr., Javarius Ward. Good squad. Really, really, really good squad. I didn't realize, I just didn't read the win total for the Seahawks. Win total for the Seahawks real quick. Over under. Win total is 8.5. Minus 142. Under's 8.5 at plus 116. I like the over. Definitely like the over at 8.5. Just minus 142. That's a lot of juice to lay. No, thank you. I don't want any juice like that. For the San Francisco, now back to 49ers, though. They are 10.5 minus 142. Same exact line, but with the 10.5. That's probably a tempting over for me, especially if Brock Purdy's fully back and healthy, because he ran that offense like a machine last year, and it was really well done until he got hurt in the playoffs. Week 9 bye for this team, so that's a little bit better, but Week 1 it's Pittsburgh, 2 is Rams, 3 Giants, 4 Arizona, Cowboys, Cleveland, Minnesota, Bengals, the Week 9 bye. Week 10 is Jacksonville, Week 11 the Buccaneers, Seattle, Philadelphia, Seattle, Arizona, Baltimore, Washington, LA. Definitely, I think this is a team that's looking to try to go back to the NFC Championship game. They just missed out on going to the Super Bowl by basically injury, man. The Eagles were just able to basically eat them up and feast on them alive once they ran out of quarterbacks and injuries and everything. This was a very, very frustrating end for them last year is the best way to put it. They definitely want to bounce back. They're definitely going to look to bounce back. Some stuff I like for them, both to have 15 sacks in years plus 100. The fact it's even money, it's a tempting lean for me. The running backs, the 49ers, they have 1 touchdown every game plus 100 for the 49ers. Only thing that scares me is because of the Purdy issue. If he doesn't start a week or two, it could affect them. But assuming Purdy starts the whole season, 1 touchdown every game for plus 100, that should be one where we get to look at back at the end of the year and chalk it up as a W. I truly like that. That's one they'll probably carry over here soon. Christian McCaffrey to have 10 rushing touchdowns plus 250. Deebo Samuel 10 receiving touchdowns plus 750. If I'm going to choose between the two, I'm going to choose Christian McCaffrey. I think he's going to have an insane year on the ground again. Only plus 250 for the 10 rushing touchdowns. Not bad at all either. The only thing that scares me is they are a pretty deep running back room. So if he gets anybody switched out for him, and the same thing with him, he's able to stay healthy all last year. I love to see it. We'd love to see it when he's healthy, but he does have a history of injury just because of how athletic and explosive he is. So that's, of course, the only fears I really do have with them. But like I said, plus 250 for him to have 10 rushing touchdowns. I'm going to look to gobble that up. Brock Purdy, 30 passing touchdowns, about plus 220. As the 49ers offense, they say basically a toddler at the quarterback position could run it. With Kyle Shanahan, how good the Kyle Shanahan's offense is. So if that's the case, 30 touchdowns for plus 220 might not be a bad play. But like I said, I gave Purdy at 30 passing touchdowns, McCaffrey at 10 rushing, and Deebo at 10 receiving. Deebo's receiving is 10 plus 750. Is Deebo Samuel, he can definitely do it, but because of this is one of those things, because there's so many weapons in the 49ers offense, I'm probably only going to choose one between the 3. My lane's probably going to be Christian McCaffrey just because it's Christian McCaffrey, man. He's liable to just rip one away and it's a touchdown, but it's just the only thing that sucks is his are the middle odd plus 250. I'd love the plus 751, but for plus 250, I think it's actually really doable for McCaffrey. And my favorite one this is probably going to be one of those, this is the lotto ticket bet of the division. I guess every division I've had at least one lotto ticket. Massive, massive odds. This is the one I'm going to do for this division. I should have made a segment for it. JC's lotto pick of the division. Man. I'm not even going to try to do that now. It's going to just sound like butt cheeks. JC's lotto pick of the episode. We'll do that. JC's lottery ticket of the episode. Lottery ticket. I about said lottery ticket picket. That would be cool for the Steelers. All right, quit messing around though. The 49ers have 1 rushing touchdown every game, plus 4,000. Hey now. It's the 49ers. Their whole offense is based on the run. Running the ball, running the ball, running the ball. I gave for comparison, I have it right here, the Eagles. For them, have a rushing touchdown every game is plus 1,500. I don't think the 49ers are that far behind them when it comes to the run game. Especially if Trey Lance ends up making a play in there, here and there. Like, if they have a Trey Lance package, which would be awesome to see, where maybe he has, like, like I said, a Trey Lance package, to bring him in, read option, or his own flip, stuff like that, where they can get runs. Like, for plus 4,000 for one rushing touchdown every game, that's probably something, like I said. There are such long odds, but when you're doing futures and everything, like, there's a little game you can play with it, like, game in a bit. Like, I like the Christian McCaffrey 10 rushing touchdowns is my little safer one, plus 250. So you throw, we'll just throw 10 for the simple math. 10 to win, and basically the 35 for the payback. The other one's 10 to win 400. So, I mean, why not, man? Especially because, like I said, it's the 49ers. I think they truly have a chance. I don't know if this is a stat I can look up. I did not. So as of last year, they had 20 rushing touchdowns on 17 games. I don't have the exact number for I can't tell you in front of me, like, oh, it was this game, but they have the average pace. The main thing I want to look at that for that stat is they had the average pace of 1 a game, which is what truly at the end of the day that matters. So I mean, like I said, for plus 4,000 though, you're gonna know there's a chance it's probably not hitting, but the really long odds, I truly do like it. So like I said, at the end of this episode, my division rankings are gonna go Cardinals 4, Rams 3. Sorry to flip you off, man. I was trying to do. Man, just disrespectful. That was disrespectful as hell. I apologize. I was trying to do 2, and I did the. I apologize, man. No, like I said, so Cardinals 4, Rams 3, Seahawks 2, 49ers 1. I really, truly think it's between the 49ers and Seahawks. 49ers minus 165. Seahawks plus 200. So if you really think the Seahawks can truly do it, plus 200 is not a bad play at all. And, yeah, some of my favorites from the day, James Conner, 10 rushing touchdowns, plus 360. Truly like that. The Metcalf, 10 receiving touchdowns, plus 300 for the Seahawks. Really like that. Cup, 10 receiving touchdowns, or Akers, 10 rushing touchdowns, either one of those. Whoever you like more. I'm kind of scared of Cup right now because of the hammy, so that's why I'm leaning Akers. And then for the 49ers, I like the 1 rushing touchdown every game for plus 4,000, and CMC to get 10 rushing touchdowns at plus 250. That's going to do it for this week, man. Got 2 more breakdowns next week, and then, man, 2 weeks away basically from the NFL. We got college coming up here soon, too, so I really do want to deep dive into that. College, it's basically 2 weeks away, so week 0 is UFC's even playing. They got some really cool week 0 games, so I can't wait to talk about that. Basically, I think how I'm going to do it real quick for this next week. Basically, yeah, end of the episode, so what I'm basically going to do to inform you for next week. Next week, the plan is we are going to do the NFC, I did the West and East, so I need to do North and South, so it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, talk about some NFL news. I do want to eventually touch on this college realignment stuff, but let's be honest, everyone and their mama's talking about it. I don't think you need me regurgitating all the stuff I'm hearing from everybody else, because that's basically what's going to get. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more when I talk about college football itself. I will be doing that, hopefully, like I said, the following week after next week, so next week will be the 2 division breakdowns. Following week, that Tuesday, will probably be just a lot of NFL news, some college talk, and then hopefully I can get my boy Rowan on. I need to hit him up and ask him about this, but I have a futures episode that I'm going to do that's going to be for college and the NFL. Going to be just basically like giving out 20, 30 future bets like for the NFL season. I'm just giving you a number. I have no idea how many it's going to be, but I'll hopefully have him on. We'll give out basically futures for the NFL and college football season, and that should basically lead us until there's a week before the NFL, and then that'll take me into my season mode where, for those of you who didn't hear last week, you'll get basically my pick'em series. So Thursday will be me breaking down the games for the upcoming weekend, and I'll do my pick'em episode where I go through my picks for the week. I'll go through bets, everything like that. And then then Tuesdays will be the breakdown everything that happened. Basically, Tuesdays will be what happened the following week, break everything down, talk about all that. I might do an episode Wednesdays. I haven't fully decided what I want to turn that into. We'll see. And then Thursdays will always be the talk about the weekend. Thursdays are talking about the week that's coming up. Tuesdays are recapping, basically. That's the easiest way to put it. So that's what we have to look forward to here in about, like I said, here in basically like 2 weeks. I finish my division breakdowns next week. Thanks all for watching. Thank you all for the support. I'm appearing on Captain by Hook with the Red Beard. As of recording this, it's going to be on Friday, so it's going to be about 36-ish hours or so. As you guys are seeing, it's going to be the next following day. You know how it always be. We're just going to talk sports in there. Hopefully some more football with the season upcoming. It's going to be a great time. And then past that, we're going to talk who knows what. But yeah, so Friday, Captain by Hook with the Red Beard. Tuesday next week, NFC North or South. Thursday, NFC North or South. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the support. I'll see basically everybody on Friday. And if I don't see you Friday, man, I'll see you Tuesday.